Hi students, I hope you are fine and healthy at your home. Now we will see third part of chapter number 10, 11th class, so mechanical property of a fluid. Here we will discuss about Newton's law of viscosity. What is this law, and we will see the derivation of Newton's law of viscosity. So the Newton's law of viscosity states that according to this law, the frictional force between two layers, if we have two layers, then the law of Newton's law of viscosity states that the frictional force between two layers, first point, directly proportional to the area of layers, F is directly proportional to A. That will be our first equation. Second equation is directly proportional to the velocity gradient. Velocity gradient means the rate change of velocity with respect to the x. Then F is directly proportional to dv upon dx. So this law states that the force between two layers is directly proportional to the area, and force is directly proportional to the velocity gradient. Combining equation first and second, what will we understand? That F is directly proportional to A dvx upon dv upon dx. So we know that if we will remove the sign of proportionality, we must have to use a constant. Here we will use F is minus eta. Minus sign why we are using, because the direction is opposite. So F is minus eta A dv upon dx, where eta is a constant which is known as coefficient of viscosity. Okay. So by this law we can find the coefficient of viscosity. The unit of MKS unit is Newton second per meter square. So this is our Newton's law of viscosity. You can drive this relation and try to write well it. So now students, we will study about construction of hydraulic lift. What is construction? How it is constructionalized? Lift is consists two this is a hydraulic lift. We have to drive the relation for hydraulic lift. The construction of hydraulic lift is shown in figure. We can see that there is a two cylinder. Here is a two cylinder. We are seeing C1. This is cylinder. This cylinder is C2. So they both have a different area of cross section. They are both different, and these are interconnected by narrow tube. We can see that this is the tube. They both are interconnected. And two frictionless piston we are using, P1 and P2 here. Two frictionless piston we are using. Then they are fitted to, P1 is fitted to the C1 and P2 is fitted to the C2 respectively. The area of cross section of piston A is A and P2 is B. We can drive by the construction. So the body we want to lift, we have to put on P and we will apply the force from A. So if we are applying the force, then body will be upward move. So principle we will write, and this is a small construction we have need. This is used by hydraulic lift, used Pascal's principle. With the principle we can use the hydraulic lift, as I mentioned, that consists of two cylinders, C1 and C2. They are connected by horizontal tube. This is a tube, and to our air resistance piston P1 and P2 we are connected here. On the piston P1, F1 force is applied. If we are applying piston P1 F1 force, then we know that pressure is equal to force upon area. Then pressure will be force F1 upon A1. Similarly, the pressure now gets transmitted to the container C2. This pressure will transmitted to the container C2, and so liquid get upward the force. Then if we will apply pressure here, then liquid get upward to the force, and pressure on piston P2 will be pressure into area, where force will be F1 upon A1. We will multiply the area. So by this mean we can get applying lesser force in a small area, we will get a higher force in a small area. This is the construction and the principle. You can use the book and make the diagram. You can solve the derivation according to Pascal's law. Very important concept, very good concept. Try to understand that.